friends. Welcome to our last reading video of the week. All right, this is our final day practicing those long O sounds. When we have OA, OE, OW, and just an O all by itself. We are going to read through these words. We are going to practice, oops, sorry for the wiggles. We're going to practice sounding everything out piece by piece. It is important you're doing this with me at home. I'm hearing some of you practicing that when you're reading with me, that you are chunking the words. You're breaking it down by the letter sounds. You're sounding it out, and it's beautiful. Some of us are still a little bit, I think, maybe nervous or unsure how to do that, and that's okay. But that's why we do this, okay? Please, please, please break these words down with me. Practice sounding them out with me. That is the only way we get to be rock star readers. Ready to go? Okay, remember, whenever we see an O and an A together, it makes the O sound. So let's sound it out with the O sound. S, O, P. Soap. All together, soap. Excuse me. Next one. K, O, T. Coat. Coat. Same with me quickly. Soap, coat. Good. Let's move over here. Remember when we have the O and the E together, it also makes the O sound. So we know the O and the E makes the O sound. All we have to do is add that beginning sound. So we have T, O, toe. Good. Next one, oh, that looks like a T also, but it's actually an F. Oh my goodness, the shine is strong. Let's see if we can fix that. Oh, it's like we're on a roller coaster. Why is this so hard? Thanks, friends, for hanging in there with Mrs. Sae-Wong. So the next one is an F with the O sound. So F-O, foe, toe, foe. And when we have those rhyming words, all we have to do is switch that beginning letter sound, and it's easy peasy. Here we go. Whew, sorry for the wiggles and jiggles. Next one, sometimes when we have just an O, it can make the O sound, which is kind of hard. It's a little tricky, and that's why we just practice together. Ready? Say this with me. Go. G-O. Go. How about the next one? S-O. So. Go. So. All right, last one. We have the O-W, which makes the O sound. So let's break it down. O-O. Oh, wait a minute. Whenever we have a letter and then the L, remember, it blends together. They smoosh together. So we have full. We have F-L, S-L. My brain just went blank. C-L. We smush those together. So say it one more time with me. Flow. Flow. Good. Now we have an S and an H. And I want you to think real hard and careful about this. Are we going to say S, huh? Or are we going to say sh? Oh my gosh. Kiss your super smart brains. Mwah, mwah. S-H says sh. So let's break it down. Sh. O. Show. Flow. Show. Awesome, my friends. Hopefully we're getting the hang of these different letter patterns where we have OA, OE, OW, and just a simple O that makes the O sound, those long O's. Okay, last day of practicing these sight words. Say them with me. Always know you're found. You should always watch Mrs. Sae-Wong's videos on that day that we're supposed to watch them. That way we don't have to do work over the weekend, right? Always. No. Please know I am here to help you with anything. No. Your home is also your classroom this year. Kind of cool because you learn in your kitchen table or your bedroom or on the couch. Your. Last one. Found. I found out that you are all brilliant during our conversation the other day. Found. Maybe I already knew you were all brilliant, but our amazing conversation on Wednesday and Thursday kind of just reminded me how awesome you all are. Okay, friends, that was nice and easy and quick. If you are practicing with me every day, sounding it out, breaking it down, reading is going to start becoming easier and easier and easier, I promise. But now we're going to switch over to our other camera talk about today's work before we say our goodbyes for the weekend. I'll see you in a flash. All right, here is what we are working on today. We're going to talk about a reading log. We're going to work on our sight words. And we're going to do some writing in our journal. So go ahead and hit pause, grab these 3 books plus something to write with. I prefer you write with a pencil so you can erase and make changes. But whatever you prefer to write with, grab it, grab the books. Come on back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you have all the things. First things first, let's talk about our reading log. Open up to the very first reading log. This week we were working on my main character reading log. Hopefully every day you read your book, you wrote the title of the book, and you told me who the main characters are in your story. One more time as a reminder, the main character is the character who shows up the most, who the story is mostly built around. Think Sonic the Hedgehog, or the Gingerbread Man, or Chicken Little. The one character that is in most of the story. That's your main character. Okay? And just because I like to throw in a little fun, make sure you turn the page. A little fun, I should say, mixed with a little bit of work. A little bit of math, subtraction practice. And then we get to color in this super awesome spring day umbrella with raindrops picture. All right. like I said, I like you all to color and do a little bit of fun at the end of a very long, hard week. When you are all done, whoopsie, I grabbed the wrong book. When you're all done filling in your reading log, make sure you send me a picture in Seesaw so I can see what you read and I can learn a little bit about those main characters. The next thing we're working on are our sight words pages. We're going to open up to the word before. Give everybody a second, but you know you can always hit pause if you need more time. Okay, if you need more time, just hit pause. We're going to keep moving forward. Say this word with me. Before. Good. Read this sentence with me. I eat breakfast before school. We're going to practice writing it before. It's always a good practice to say the word as you're writing it. Before. That way our hands, as it's practicing writing the letters, is also hearing our mouths saying the word. Make sure you go through and find all of the befores. Cut, paste, and draw, or write and draw. Go ahead and hit pause. Work on before. Come back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you are all done with before. Let's turn the page. The next word we're learning today is line. Say it with me. Line. Good. Read this sentence with me. Line up by the door. Line. Let's practice writing it. Line. We're going to practice saying it as we write it. Line. Make sure you go through and find it. Cut it and glue it or write it and draw it. Hit pause. Work on line. Come back when you're ready. Okay, if you are back with me, that tells me you are all done with line. We're going to put our sight words book away for the weekend. Woohoo! Last thing that we're going to talk about today is in our journal. So I want you to open up to the next blank page in your book. I already have things written down. That's why I have it covered up. But you are going to open up to your next blank page. You're going to write your name and today's date, which is 4-2-21. And I want you to carefully and neatly write the title, Timeline of My Day. Go ahead and hit pause, write those things down, and come back when you're all done. All right. So remember during Thursday's reading video, we talked about the timeline of when things happened in the White House. We also talked during Thursday's whole class meeting, that 11 o'clock meeting, about our timeline of our days. And everybody's days were so different. It was really neat to hear you all tell me what you do first thing when you wake up in the morning, what you do next, how your day progresses. And it's kind of neat to see that even though we all do things in a different order and at different times, at the end of the day, we've all done a lot of the same things. So today, you're going to show me that you are understanding exactly what a timeline is. You are going to write at least 3 things for your daily timeline. At least means you have to have 3 things. You can give me more. Absolutely give me more if you want. But you cannot have less than 3. Not 1, not 2. You have to have at least 3 things on your daily timeline. So here's what I wrote for my daily timeline. I went ahead and put 5 things on my timeline. I put the first thing I do is I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Then I put I drive to school at 7 o'clock a.m. Then I said I'm at school, where we have our school day, I should say, from 9 to 3, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then I drive back home at 4 p.m. Finally, I eat dinner with my family at 6 p.m. So this is a timeline of my day. And remember, timelines don't have to have every single thing we do. It's more about those big ideas, those general ideas. So I could do just a timeline of my school day. We have our small group meetings starting at 9:15 and they go from 12. Mrs. Sae-Wong has meetings with other teachers and parents during the day, so I can make a timeline of just my school day if I wanted. So keep that in mind when you pick your 3 daily items for your timeline. Maybe general things. You can tell me when you wake up and when you go to bed. Maybe when you eat lunch. Maybe you want to tell me when you watch your videos. Goodness, Mrs. Sae-Wong's forgetting her words today. Okay, so go ahead, hit pause. Make sure you have the title of our journal. You can write down the instructions if you would like to. And then finally, I want you to draw your timeline and give me at least 3 things on your daily timeline. Hit pause, work on that, come back when you're all ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you have everything here written down and you have given me your timeline of your day. Now what we're going to do is we are going to work on some writing. So your timeline is just a quick idea, a quick little snapshot of what you're doing. Now I want you to give me some sentences. So I want at least 3 sentences because you're going to have at least 3 things on your timeline. Now, if you gave me 5 or 6 or 7 or however many things on your timeline, you don't have to give me that many sentences. I want you to pick 3 of the things on your timeline. And I want you to practice telling me about your day in chronological order. Remember, that was that big crazy word we talked about? Chronological order is where it is what happens first, then finally, or first, next, last. Remember, we can also say first, next, last. We can say first, second, third. Hopefully we all remember these different sentence starters when we're talking about the order of a story or the order of a day or the order of a life cycle or whatever awesome thing we're talking about. So I might say, first I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and it is dark outside. Then I drive to school from 7 a.m. and sit in traffic and drink my coffee so I don't get grumpy. Finally, I enjoy my school day with you all from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So I just want some sentences giving me a little bit more information, a little bit more detail. Did you notice I gave a little bit of detail in every sentence to kind of make it juicier, help us understand a little bit more about what's going on? I gave you some perspective about what I have to do so I don't get grumpy sitting in traffic. Okay? That's what I want from you. I want some juicy sentences with some extra details explaining 3 of your things on your daily timeline. So go ahead and hit pause. Give me those 3 sentences. You can use first, then, finally, first, next, last, first, second, third, whatever you are happy with. This is your writing. I just want you to practice using these words to start those sentences so I can tell that you are telling me about your day in order from beginning, middle, and end. Hit pause, work on that, come back when you're ready. All right, if you are back with me, that tells me you are all done with today's journal writing assignment. I cannot wait to read everybody's timeline, everybody's sentences. It's going to give me even more of an idea about what your day looks like, and I can't wait. Make sure you send me a picture of this in Seesaw when you are all done. If you have any questions, definitely let me know during our 11 o'clock meeting. If you are watching this after our 11 o'clock meeting and you're stuck, have your family send me a message on Dojo and we can chit chat, okay? All right, my friends, I will see your adorable faces later. Bye.